Assalamu alaikum. May peace be upon you. It has been now 2 days, and we know for certain that President-elect Donald Trump will be the President of the United States. This news has definitely sent shockwaves throughout the Muslim community and many minorities. Fear, anxiety, worry has come over many of us. Today I wanted to also let you know there are a rise in anti-Muslim incidents in the past few hours, few days. I've just received a call just a few minutes ago. But with all of that, I want to first of all remind you that the Council of American Islamic Relations, the Minnesota chapter, has your back. And the 30 chapters across the United States and many of the other civil rights and civil liberties organizations are here for you. We will continue to do the great work of protecting the civil liberties and protecting and empowering American Muslim communities. And we will be at the forefront of challenging Islamophobia and Islamophobic networks wherever they are. With that said, I also want to let you know that it's important in this time, in this critical time, to be positive and not to forget the silver linings or the positives that came out of this year's election. And one of them happened right here in Minnesota. For the first time, we've elected a female Muslim Somali legislator in the state's history. And in the United States, the first ever Somali American female. And that is the story of Ilhan Omar, who served on the Advisory Council of CARE Minnesota and is a good friend of mine. She is an inspiration to all of us, an inspiration to many young girls from all backgrounds who looked at the election and saw someone like them who will be representing them and others in the state. This is positive news. There are many other races and other victories that we must celebrate. We also need to remember that in this time, in this critical time, that we have to be optimistic, even in Donald Trump, the sense that in his acceptance speech, he did not double down on the things that he has been spewing in his rhetoric on the campaign trail. We are cautiously optimistic in that front. We must remember the important aspect of who we are. We are American Muslims, and we belong to this country, and we have been part of the history of this nation from its inception. And we saw a glimpse of that this past summer when we lost the great Muhammad Ali, a man who embodied everything of what it is to be an American and what it is to be a Muslim, who stood up for his faith, who stood up for the voiceless, and who stood up for peace around the world. That is who we are. That's the legacy of the American Muslim community, and we need to be proud of that. We have a lot of work ahead of us, and I want to share with you some of those great ideas in the weeks to come and the months to follow. But I want to remind you that we need to continue doing the good work of building bridges of understanding with our faith partners and communities and allies. We need to keep doing that good work here in Minnesota and across the nation. And finally, we have to have faith. And finally, be proud of who you are. America is great because of you and will continue to be great because of you. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.